We tend to talk about an artist's vision like it's a spiritual gift. We say, he has such a unique way of seeing things. We treat it like a superpower bestowed by the gods. But vision is not a gift, it's a symptom of being deeply and biologically maladjusted. An artist's vision is just two defects crashing into each other: hypervigilance and narcissism. Let's look at the first one: hypervigilance. People who grow up safe, secure, and loved usually don't notice the tiny details of human behavior. They don't obsess over the way light hits a wall at 4 p.m. They don't study the micro expressions of their parents. Why would they? They're safe, they're looked after, they can afford to relax. But people who grow up anxious, excluded, and traumatized, they notice everything. They study the world because they're looking for threats. They're looking for patterns. They're looking for the exit. This accumulation of data, this desperate obsession with detail, is what we euphemistically call the artist's eye. They aren't observing the world because they love it. They're observing the world because they don't trust it. It's painful. But noticing the details isn't enough. It's just one half of the equation. There are plenty of traumatized people who are hypervigilant, but they don't become artists. They just become anxious accountants. To be an artist, you need the second ingredient: narcissism. You have to believe that your way of seeing the danger is more important than the way the group sees it. You have to believe that your internal hallucination deserves to be externalized. An artistic vision is what happens when a hypervigilant outsider decides that their hallucination is more important than the group's reality. The best metaphor for this process comes from nature. Think of a pearl. Human beings absolutely love it. We find it very beautiful. We put it on necklaces. To us, it's art. But what about the oyster? What is a pearl to an oyster? To the oyster, a pearl is not art. A pearl is a response to an irritant. A pearl only forms when a tiny rock or a grain of sand gets inside the shell and starts tearing up the soft tissue. To stop the pain, the oyster coats it in layer after layer after layer of nacre. The artist's vision is the nacre. The artist is not trying to create something beautiful for you. The artist is trying to coat a sharp, painful part of their life in something smooth so it stops hurting them. We look at a painting and we say, wow, it's amazing. It's so beautiful. The artist looks at the painting and says, thank God that is out of me. Today, everywhere you look, you're bombarded with messages telling you to create. In fact, not only that, it is pushed as being the solution to consumerism. Don't consume, create instead. Which is beyond absurd, but I'll get into that in another video. And it gets to people. These messages get to people. Many of them think, why can't I be more creative? Man, I wish I was more creative. It is a blessing that you are not more creative. The artist creates because they have a deficit. They're missing something significant in their life: love, power, safety, order. The vision, the artist's vision, is simply the simulation they build to fill that hole. The vision is a world they create so they can sleep a little better at night. We can enjoy the pearl, we enjoy the art, but we shouldn't forget it only exists because something went wrong.